Good afternoon. Welcome to Awkward Channeling. I'm Shauna.
I'm Joelle. And we are. Why am I echoing again? Do you hear it?
We are going to talk about how well Joelle's microphone works. Actually, we're not. We're going to talk about fairies and inner child healing, although we haven't quite figured out how this is coming together. So,
Yeah.
y'all are just going to need to bear with us today. I have a bit of a cold and it's making me a little. So, we're probably going to lean on Joelle once again today.
Well, they got it's the energy is just really, really dense and weird, and
It is weird and dense. I think some of that's collective holidays and some of it's ascension energies and the stuff we are being forced to deal with. And I think inner child healing today actually is a really good topic because we are all being asked to deal with our shadow, right? Which, inner child healing, shadow work, it's all very similar. It's all along the same lines. Your
is
phone
today
ringing
the
too?
solstice, the winter solstice today? Is that today?
I haven't a clue.
I'm sorry, I was going to Google it, and I think that could be like the whole energy. But yeah,
well, it is coming into solstice. The 12/12 portal, that was quite potent, right? And I kind of feel like some of that may still be hanging around. That did some shifting and opening and pushing and purging, which, as
they've
you
been
know,
having me doing it all week, bringing up inner child stuff like out the blue, and it's like, where did that come from? And lots of clearing.
It's really time for that. And you got a card, you pulled a card today, you got called for clearing, and it actually came out twice for me, and I was like, no, we're not doing that today. Who knows what's going on? But I think we're gonna do a clearing, and I kind of think we'll both do some energetic with that, but you're gonna lead it.
The solstice is Sunday. Thank you, Judy.
Oh,
okay. Yeah,
we love you, Judy. Thank you so much. Oh, the 21st. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah,
the 21st. I should have known.
I don't know why I was thinking. I do know that. My days are just off. But okay. So call for clearing. How do you say his name? Sitsula. He's a diamond light dragon, and I think he just wants to clear us all before we begin.
Yeah, I think a nice clearing and kind of an opening, maybe. To
I know he's not a fairy, but that's who came through. So
he's fake, we'll have some. Oh yeah, he is fake. We probably should have had it be Fae and inner child healing,
but
specifically fairies. But we'll see who pops up. We're gonna do our best.
Hello, my lovelies. Yes, it is a very tense time for many of you right now with the energies that are surrounding you, not just coming from the collective, but with the holidays and all the other things that you are having to deal with. I am going to bring through a quick clearing so you can bring through more about the inner child work that needs to be done, the shadow work, all these things that are needed for ascension, because as you all know, healing is not a one and done. You have to keep coming back. Like this one says, it's a layered onion. You peel it back and go about your day. And then a little while later, you got to come back and peel another layer. So we are going to bring through this quick, gentle clearing. It's going to be gentle but powerful. So please just take a couple deep breaths, allow it to come in and help you. Hananatake amasi, atake amayatake ananatate asi, atake ana. Unanatake asi, ananatake, ananataki asi, amayatake, ananataki, amayasi, ananatake, amayataki, atate, amayatake, ana. Unanatake asi, ananatake, amayataki, asi, ataki, amati, amayataki, hananatake, amasi, amayataki, ananataki, asi, amayataki, Unanatake amayatake amayataki amayatake amayatsi atake amayatakia. I am also bringing through some light language that is going to help you with integrating the shadow work to help you with releasing as well. Hasi amayata, hananatake amayati, yatsi amayati, ananatake amapa, hatataki, asi amayati, ananataki, amayati, hananataki, asi amayati. Hu aki amayate ki asi amayate ki amayati hunanataki amayataki asi ananataki amayataki amayanataki amayataki amayatake ana asi atake ana. Thank you for allowing me to come through, and please remember to take care of yourself during this holiday season. He's so
Thank you.
cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's like, oh no, he almost reminded me of like this distinguished English gentleman.
Mm.
That makes sense.
Yeah, he seems really formal today.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah. How funny. No, it was great. It felt really good, and it felt like it was really opening too there.
yeah,
Kind of, I don't know, opening
yeah.
something.
Because I kept seeing like his diamond light dragon, but it was like a small light that just kept getting bigger and bigger. And
Yeah.
it was pretty cool. Thank you for that.
Yeah, that was beautiful. Thank you, Joel. Appreciate it very much. And I apologize. I'm probably going to sniffle. I may even mute in the middle of something and sneeze.
Yeah.
I don't know. I have this weirdest cold, and it's been going on for over a week, and I'm sneezing, and like my nose is tingling 24/7. It's driving me nuts. So if that happens, I apologize ahead of time. We're going to do our best to try not to do that.
Yeah.
Okay. And I'm having a problem right now.
Yeah, but I loved how he also was going to help us with the integration for all of the shadow work and stuff coming in. Hey, Christina.
Yeah, it really felt like I don't know. Maybe it felt kind of like a pathway opening or something with that. Like towards the end, that end piece that he did, I felt like it was kind of opening and I don't know, maybe creating a pathway or something to help us.
Right.
Very interesting.
Bless it. Ooh, I need to drink a little more water. Excuse me. And I know water.
Okay, so we're gonna be absolutely off the wall today. I'm so sorry.
We are so disorganized today.
Well, I just think we're all over the place.
Every time I tried to sit down, it's like, okay, what are we gonna do? It's like nothing.
Yeah, nothing came.
I tried. I really tried this week.
The only thing that has occurred to me is that Joelle has been having a lot of personal inner healing, child healing coming up. So, some family stuff and that. And I don't know if there's any part of that we could talk about to maybe talk about how well you deal with that. Like how, what do you do for yourself? What are some of the steps maybe? I don't know. We could try that.
I don't really have steps. I usually just cry it out, to be honest with you. Because there's a lot. And it for me, I don't know if a lot of people I'm raising my grandchildren, and it's kind of similar situations. And me and Shauna were talking about this earlier. Mm-hmm. Just a lot of mine is coming up, watching them go through some of the same stuff that I have. So it's like things that, like, I love how he's, yes, it is layers. You peel it back. Because I'm like, I already healed that. No, you didn't. You healed a part of it, and it's coming back because I feel like if it would be too overwhelming to try to heal it all at once.
You cannot. And it just isn't how it works. Although I think now it's easier. I'm seeing that it's much easier for people, and we can help them with energy work, where before it wasn't as helpful as it is now. Like things are shifting because it's so important and we're all really ready. Right. But what I notice is like, it's triggers, right? Like things that set us off, things that all of a sudden we're emotional about, and what I notice is every time you visit it, the trigger gets a little less.
Yeah.
So where you may have popped off before, now you're just like really annoyed, but you can
Oh,
control it. Like so the triggers are a little different each time you visit it. And that just means I'm back at another layer of this. And I don't know how many people, because I work with people on this stuff,
yeah.
and I cannot tell you how many people have said, I already took care of that. And I'm
Right.
like, well, no, you didn't, because here it is.
Right.
And it's
I
really
don't
just,
still do that too. I'm like, I dealt with that. And they're like, not all of it. Here we go.
yeah.
It's like a roller coaster ride,
I have probably said that to you before too.
Probably.
Probably.
I'm sure you did.
It's an interesting thing.
Yeah.
And I think it's really important, and I think that when we're working inner child healing and shadow work, it
Right.
sounds kind of scary. The
Yeah.
truth is, what you're doing is getting to know yourself and
Yeah.
bringing to those aspects of you that you haven't really brought into everything you do. You're bringing love and parenting to them in all reality. You're getting to know yourself, and I
Right.
think that's so important for us. Like,
Oh,
you
yeah.
expand every time you get to know another aspect of yourself, or you understand something that you went through at a certain age that's still kind of stored in there, and you bring it in. Like, every time you do that, you're just getting to know yourself better.
Right. And
So
it's funny because I am the world's worst at shadow work. I can't sit down and journal and do this, but it's
no, no,
like
no. Mm-mm.
something will happen and it pops in and I'm like, oh my God, that's why I'm doing this because that was me. That's my inner kid throwing a tantrum. And it's like,
Yeah,
okay, come here, sit down. Let's
right.
have a
I
talk.
love you.
Safe. You
Yeah.
good. You're going to be okay. And yeah,
And so that's, I think this is a very important piece, is that when you are triggered and you find yourself reacting in some way that you do not wish to do, and you don't normally, that just means there's an aspect of you that needs your love, and it needs appreciation, and it needs understanding. So you've got to bring compassion. And
right.
I literally, like, there are times, if I'm working with somebody specifically regularly, I can see them. So I can see their little inner selves, and we can
Right.
kind of get to, the age, and kind of unpack what may have been occurring. But you know, when we just sit down and imagine, and I tell people, just imagine that you're interacting with them. Imagine that you're hugging them. Imagine that you guys are having conversation. Imagine you're coloring with them if that's what they want. Like, spend time doing those kinds of things, but really just bring that love, that acceptance that, oh, I know you're there and I love you.
And imagining that you're hugging them is so, because you had me do that too, and it is so powerful. I mean, it's
Mm.
very, you don't realize until you're actually there, and it's like, oh wow. I mean, it's amazing.
Sometimes in that little embrace, you're getting the story.
Right.
In one way or another, you're getting the emotion, you're getting the story, you're getting that feeling of needing the love and needing
And in
that.
my case, I'm giving them the stuff that I never got at that
Yeah.
age.
Yes.
It's
Mhm.
it's
I
so
know some of the exercises I have people do are really just like where they are, they can have anything they want.
yeah.
They're in an abundant, like, what do you want in your room? Like, I
Yeah.
have had people move them from the trauma room that they were in, because that's where something happened,
Right.
and make them a whole other space in your house or whatever, but allow them to just bring in whatever really means a lot to them. It helps you to get to know that part of you.
Right.
Whatever pops up is part of what was important to you. So
Yeah.
it's really interesting. And there's a lot of different ways to do
Right.
that, right?
Oh yeah.
But I think one of the most important, present with the emotions that come through, just really be present, allow them to be, don't resist them in a
Right.
sense, but also don't invest in them, right?
Yeah.
So you want to just be present like you would with any child.
Yeah.
Is if the child is upset, you're going to just be present with them and hold them. Let them be upset, which means you may have to do that with yourself. I tell you, mine, when I first all of a sudden spontaneously started having that inner child stuff happening, I mean, it was a couple of years of just going off emotionally, and then having to just close myself in my room, and like I was having these like full body clearings, and it was
Yeah.
crazy and kind of scary because I didn't have anybody to help me, and I just did what came naturally, which, I think it was Archangel Jarmel that helps me with that,
Yeah.
honestly. So it's just interesting.
It is. Whew. Okay. So I think
What do you have?
I pulled a couple cards from the Oracle of the Fairies, and I got protection, and I think they're wanting to come through with helping us know, helping our inner child know that they are protected.
Mm-hmm.
That's
I
that's
think that's also really important. I do tell people, tell them you're there for them now.
right,
You're now there for them. You're going to be their rock, and
right,
keep visiting them until you can get them in your heart.
right, right. Okay, I don't know. I've never channeled from this deck before, so I'm curious because I don't have a name.
I can't
Okay,
wait. I'm going to get it. It's a collective.
yeah,
It is.
it's a circle of them, like in the okay.
Yeah.
Yes, we are here to let you all know that you are safe, you are protected, and you can, as you have mentioned, go back to your childhood, to your inner child, and not only hug them, but let them know that you are there to protect them. And let them know that they will grow up to be wonderful, wonderful adults that are breaking the cycles, that are breaking the chains, and they're not going to keep going forward with this generational trauma. Isn't it such a beautiful time to be alive right now, to be the ones that are doing this? We are so proud of you all. We love you all. And we will bring through what you call the light language to help you with connecting better with your inner child for those of you who are having trouble. So you can hug them, color with them, or whatever it is that you wish to do. Let them know how loved they are, how safe they are, and they do not need to be in that fear anymore. Hashiyamayana natiya siya shiyakiana natateya mayasiya hashikakayana natiya ona natakiya siya mayatakiya mayasiya nanatakeya mayatiya una nanatakiya siya mayatiya ma hatatamaya siya mayatiki Ananatake yamayati ananatake yamayasi ananatake yamayana. Imagine at night sometimes that you are singing the lullabies and giving the little you, the love that you never received. Hamayasi yamayati hatataki hamayasi yamamapaki yamayani yatate yanate yata. Oh, na 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 tequila, maya tia. Do the things that you weren't allowed to do as a child. Color your hair, go places you weren't allowed to go. Do them now to heal that inner part of you. Aikia siya maya kia. Ananatakea masiya takea maya takea maya takea na. Do the things that will make your inner child happy. Atakia mayasi, atakia nanatakia, saya mayasi, mayatikia nanataya na. Huasia mayatakia nanatakia masiata. Thank you for letting us come in today.
Thank you.
Ooh, they're so cute.
That's so funny. color your hair. I'm like, yeah, just put purple in my hair again today. I'm like, okay, girl, somebody's just not happy.
Right.
Let's just do something out of the ordinary.
See, that's because I was never I hadn't colored it in a
No,
while, but I was never.
I was never a
It was
child.
so funny because my mama, she's always like, don't be a follower, be a leader. But the minute I tried to do something, oh no, people are going to talk. You can't do that. And it's
Oh,
like,
yeah. You know,
no wonder I'm confused.
and it's funny because we did talk about that a little bit before we got on, is
Yeah.
how our parents' generation, it was all about hiding things and it was all
Oh,
about fitting in and it was all about the mask and it was all about what it looked like to others.
right.
And for us, it is not that.
No.
And yes, it started out that way because that's what we were trained to do.
Right.
And it took me years to break that. And I think that was really important for my inner healing, was
Right.
to break that. Like, it doesn't matter what other people think.
No.
We need to be who we are. And that's what brings us so much healing, right? Is to really step into that piece,
Oh, yeah.
And,
Excuse me.
therefore, occasionally I put a little bit of purple under my bangs.
Right.
And because I was never a kid.
Yeah.
I was always more of an adult from an early age. So, I never got to do any of the stuff that other people did. And now I'm like, everybody else is doing it too, which is weird. But I'm at 56 and
Right.
coloring my hair now,
Right.
weird colors, not getting rid of the gray because
I love
need
my
those
grays.
wisdom sprinkles. My wisdom
And
sprinkle. Yeah.
usually when I do my hair, I do the whole thing, but I just get tired of
Okay.
keeping it up. That's why I'm tempted to. I might
I
do
just-
it again one day.
No, I
Oh.
can't keep it up. Yeah, I don't feel like I could wear a whole head of purple. So yeah, but I love when your hair is colored. It's pretty. Judy says, "Thank you."
Judy.
And it's true. And this is something that the generational curse piece that's in this. The
Right.
best part is that all of us here are breaking cycles and generational trauma, and we are. We
Yeah.
are. And it's painful and it's hard. And I want to honor that. I want you to realize that we're not saying be happy and positive all the time. That you have to own those pieces. It's hard.
It is.
It's a lot of work.
Like what
It
they
takes-
say, healing is not pretty. It's like I would tell people,
painful.
it's like if you're not curled up on the floor in a ball, crying your eyes out, then you're not doing it right.
Even physical healing isn't painless. It's painful.
Right.
And even energy healing, it's not painless.
Oh,
But in comparison, and here's where people get stuck because they are afraid to go in. They don't want to go within because they're afraid of the pain. They don't want to relive things. And the truth is, you don't have to relive anything. What you have to do is allow that emotion to move out.
Right.
And that's what's important because it is more painful to remain numb and hold all of that in you. You've already lived it, but now you're storing it and you're walking through life with it, carrying it in your body and on your body.
Mhm.
And it's making your life hard.
Oh yeah. And once it's released, I mean, it's like
it's like a whole other
weight.
world.
I mean, you physically feel lighter. I did, at least. It's
Well, you are.
Yeah.
That's the thing. When I started my healing, and mind you, mine was kind of over the top, but I dropped 40 pounds without knowing I lost any weight.
Wow.
And that was trauma. It's just, I mean, clearly, I was at my heaviest at that point too. So I had a lot, I still have a lot to go, but that happens.
And it's not just like, when we say trauma, we're not just talking about getting beat or being, S8. I mean, it's neglect. It's being told you're not good enough, and the emotional
I was mean
aspect
24/7.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah. We were hit, of course, but I didn't have, most everybody I know had that experience.
Well, that was us growing up. That was how we were disciplined back then, Oh
yeah, we were hit. Yeah. I mean, obviously. And I was very emotionally beat down through my entire life. So that was my trauma. My trauma wasn't as much as physical or attacked by somebody I didn't know kind of thing.
Right.
Like that didn't fortunately happen for me, but I don't know anybody that it didn't happen to.
Right.
So it's very prevalent,
Yeah.
and it's nothing to be ashamed of. Like
No.
what other people do to you is not about you. It's not your
Right.
fault. It's 100% about them. Your job is to have the compassion for that part of you and to just really connect in. And
Right.
that in itself is healing,
Yeah.
Anyway. But yeah, trauma can be what was hard for you.
Yeah.
Everybody's different. I was so
Right.
sensitive. I've always been really sensitive, and I needed to because I needed to know what was happening with my mother, right? Like,
Right.
so it really honed in when I was a kid. So I was super sensitive,
Yeah.
and anything that happened to her, I felt like it was mine. So, I think that, and I remember telling her when I was kind of having one of those moments with her where I was like, you made my life really hard, but that my sensitivity made some of the things that other people may have been like, well, that's not a big deal. Like it made it big to me. It really affected my, my way of being.
Right. Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
getting hypnotized is one way, but I think it's really important
Right.
that we walk through and we meet some
Yeah.
of these pieces as well, right?
Yeah.
Like I actually I really want to finish my class on that hypnotizing thing.
Yeah.
I really need to do that.
I did that once for another trauma I had, and it really helped a
Yeah, I've
lot.
not experienced that, so I really don't know.
It was really, really, really neat. It
Just
was
that I really want to
back in
facilitate.
the 90s, but it really helped.
Mhm. Yeah. Well, I think you can get deeper faster probably,
Yeah. Oh yeah.
and maybe for some of those bigger pieces for sure,
Yeah.
that may be a
But
really helpful piece.
I don't think that would have worked for like all the different thing. This was
Yeah.
like one major thing versus smaller. Yeah.
Oh my God, I'd have been constantly in, hypnotherapy. Like,
Right.
I'd never be out. Like it was my life was a mess. But yeah, I like that you mentioned that because trauma doesn't have to be some bus ran you over kind of
Right.
situation. It can just be a repeated pattern
Yeah.
that just hurt you tremendously.
Right.
So
Yeah.
and that's where I
you
see.
don't understand, you don't have the capacity to, oh, this isn't my fault, that's them. So you
Well, as a child,
internalize it,
yeah.
and it just builds and builds and builds. And
Yeah. Well, we're a sponge. As a child,
Right.
we're a sponge. And everything that is said to us and
Oh.
everything that is shown to us and everything that's done to us is truth and our fault.
Right.
That is just how children work.
Right.
Unless they have somebody advocating for them and helping them, which most don't. Most who are going through trauma do not. I mean, they're just in, with broken parents who are doing their best. And I really do think that my mom did her best.
Right. Oh, I know mine did too. And that falls into two things can be true at once. Your parents did their best, but they also traumatized you. It's, she traumatized me in ways, but she was traumatized too. And that's what I love about the inner child healing and healing that is it doesn't just heal us, it goes back.
It does, and it goes forward. So it also helps, you break those generational things, and then, your children and their children, and they don't have to go through all the same stuff, right? Like we're breaking some things down, which is, I think, an important part of it. I just thought of something else that I thought was really important, and it's.
I'm sorry. Did I make
No, it just wasn't your fault. It just left me, but
I do that to people and make them confused sometimes.
Oh no, it's not you. Absolutely, my brain does just how my brain works. They'll bring it back. I'm wondering if I keep thinking about Jeremiah, so I wonder if he has something to say.
Yeah.
Since he does help me, Archangel Jeremiah is one of my guides, so he helps me with people and with my. Of course, he walked me through my own healing because he did that alone. So let's see. Let's see if he has a message. Let me pull him in. Yes, I do. I do want to be present here. I wish to assure each and every one of you that the shadow work or your inner child healing is not as scary or as painful as you may imagine, or as this world has taught you it can be. It can be very peaceful. It can bring in peace for you. In you have momentary, in a sense, momentary painful pieces to move through, but as long as you are allowing that emotion to be present and to move through, and you aren't getting stuck in it and feeling like, well, I need to know why that's there, or I need more information. If you do that, then you're going to hold yourself in that pain, but it's not necessary. As this one was saying, this is about you learning parts of yourself that you're unaware of. And this is so powerful for every human being when they come to the right time to doing this. If you are not feeling the urge to work through things, then you may not be exactly at the right point to do so. So I would ask for you to remember that in moments where you are, as you say, triggered, where maybe you're behaving in a way you don't understand, or you feel childlike in some behavior or some reaction that you're having, I ask for you to step back and give yourself compassion and understand that that is a broken piece of you in a sense. You're really not broken. It is a stored emotion, it is a stored experience that you haven't dealt with. So when you bring compassion in, there are times that you then don't have to go any deeper. You could clear it by bringing in compassion and asking your guides and angels to come be with you over this emotion and ask them to help you just release it and allow it to float away. This one used to imagine it as sparkly pieces as she was moving through deep emotional pain that she really couldn't identify. She would allow it to flow and she would be quite emotional, and it was a little messy for her. But she imagined these pieces floating away, that the angels would take all of those little bits of emotion and all of that little bits of pain, and it would leave her. So if you could bring in something like that that works for you. Some people will send it down through their body at their feet into the earth to allow that to be there and allow the earth to handle that. It will be transmuted. And that is what we do. When you send it out to us, we transmute it. We release it from being a darker piece and bring it back into the light, which is what happens when you work your shadow work. You bring in the light, you transmute that heaviness out of your being, and you move forward with a brighter, more light filled path, and you are happier and you are healthier. So I just wish to share these pieces with you and know that you could call me Archangel Jermail, or you could call any of your guides or angels, the Fae. They love to help you. And you can hand over these pieces to them as they are occurring and allow it to leave. This is what I wish for you. I thought he was going to bring any healing, but he didn't. I didn't even sure what all he said. So
That was awesome, though. I love that, especially the sparklies. That was
I did. I totally forgot
way
about
to
that.
think of that. Yeah,
I did. I used to just imagine that all of the pain I was feeling,
right,
and my emotional moments where I was processing that inner child, my entire body stung. Like it felt like every cell in my being was just stinging, and it was so bizarre.
yeah,
And of course, I was crying like a lunatic. But
right,
um, I did. I started just imagining they brought that to me. I'm sure it was him. Brought
right.
that to me, just to let it go, and I would just see sparkles everywhere, just flying away.
Yeah.
And it did help. It made a big difference. It's a process, right? Back then, it was
Oh,
really
yeah.
a process. It's a little simpler now. I find
Right,
that when I come up against something, it's a little easier now for all of that process to just
right.
happen. So it's just a matter of releasing the fear of going in there.
Yeah. But
There's a lot of that.
you just feel so much better once you do it, though.
Oh my God. Yeah. There are times I felt like a totally different person.
Oh, yeah.
It's totally
Absolutely.
different person. And just
Mhm.
learning to allow that process to run and learning how to bring love to myself. That was a challenge,
Right.
you know? So anything you can
Really
do that brings in compassion for the self, and for all those pieces is
Yeah.
really, really helpful.
Um, Good to see you too, Jim.
I do. Yeah. Happy holidays.
Thanks.
Yeah. So, um, what else you've got
Excuse
going
me.
on?
Oh,
I know
I
we've got
think
you
we
clearing.
all have to. Okay. So I did an interesting channel yesterday, and I'm feeling like they're wanting
Oh,
to come through again today to help ground us.
goodness. Oh, how do we spell that?
Mycele. I had a request on my regular channel to bring in the mycelium, which is like the underground network that mushrooms and trees speak through. And it's really cool if you want to check it out on my Celestial Whispers Healing. But it was okay. Yeah,
They
they
want to come back
just want
through.
me to shut up so they can.
Yeah, they just want to come through. That's
Yeah,
why best spelling, I don't know, but you get the idea.
yeah, they're so grounding. That's what it's like. Yes, thank you for bringing us through again. And we just want all of you to know that whenever you feel like you are not grounded enough, you can call on the mycelium to come in. We are a bioluminescent network that runs through the ground, trees, mushrooms. It is all connected. We are connected to Gaia, the ley lines. We have been here for a very long time, and we love this earth. We love you. We love that you are here to help bring forth this ascension and all the light that you are bringing to the planet. And we will come through to help you with grounding these energies and helping with your inner child work, because that is so important on this journey. Just 1 second, and we will bring through this grounding for you. Please open yourself up to accept it. Hu nasi amayana hananatake amasi. Hu asi amayana natia. Ananatake asi amayana hananatakia. Hu masi amayana take amayasi amayana nataki. Just imagine all of the negative feelings that you may have, the stress, anxiety, just draining from your body down through your feet into the earth to be transmuted. Amayasi, amayananatake, amayasi, amayananatiyana, ananatake. And like we mentioned yesterday, if you can, also hug a tree. They are tree huggers for a reason. Trees love to absorb your energy to take it down to Mother Earth for you if you're not able to do it yourself. Kiansi amayasi amayana natake amasi asi atayana. Uasi amayaki amayasi amayana. Uasi amapaki amamati amaisi amayatayana. Thank you. We love you. And call on us whenever you feel the need to be grounded. They are
That's so like now I'm like, oh, I need a nap.
no, it's like they are just yesterday when I did that channeling, I'm just like, and I could literally like feel
They
stuff draining from me. It was
Right,
like
I felt a pull right down, like just like, oh, really grounding into the earth.
they are just, I'm so glad he wanted me
Beautiful.
to do that because it was like I would have never thought to channel them. And it's like, oh yeah, I'm be
Right.
channeling y'all every day just to feel that calmness.
Yeah, yeah. I know. Well, and that's the thing. It's so nice when other people are like, "Hey, have you
Right.
thought about channeling this, or have you thought about channeling that?" And, you know, we don't always think of
No.
something that you could even do. I mean, there's really nothing you couldn't talk to. So, you
Right.
know, I until it comes up, we don't know. So we
Yeah.
really appreciate those moments where people
Oh,
come to us and are
absolutely.
like, "Hey, what about this? You wanna channel this?" We're like,
Right.
"Sure."
Sure. It's kind of like, the family, and like giving me suggestions for dinner. Thank you. I don't have to think of,
Right?
you know,
Right? Yeah,
it
yeah.
is.
That mycelium is like, I don't know, it's interesting how my
It,
whole body just kind of relaxed as it
yeah,
connected
it's
in and
like, I just, they did say they were alien, for lack of a better word, but it's like they wouldn't tell me exactly where they came from. I don't think we really
right.
know of it, maybe. But
Probably not.
yeah, it's
You
because
come
it's,
across that often.
yeah,
Yeah.
it
No,
was
it's
really neat.
really interesting though. And, I like that in your channel that you did, your video that you put up, it mentioned that, it's this network much like us, much like the
Yeah,
humans. Like we
yeah,
are
it's like,
so connected. We don't have any idea how connected we are, but
right.
we are so connected in the way that trees are, connected and this little network is going,
Mhm.
this big network
It
is
was.
everywhere.
It
It's
is, and
very
yeah, it's
interesting.
like, it's
And
like my
all of that
favorite
is
channel I've
here
ever done. So yeah, it
all of
was
that is here to support us and
right.
for us to tap into and to lean on and
Yeah,
to allow them to help us with, emotions that we need cleared, right? Like they can all, help us with all of that.
right.
So that's something, to remember as well.
Absolutely. And just call on them whenever you need. And the hugging trees, that is so true though, because
It
I haven't
really is.
like, even if you just go and put your hands on the tree, you can like feel
Mhm.
the negative emotions, energy, just it pulls it out of you almost. I mean, it's
I've always
amazing.
talked to them. Yeah.
Yeah.
I walk up and lean on them and talk to them.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's the other thing, if you are working through, some tough emotions and, some feelings or some feeling down, nature is really a
Oh,
good go-to if you can get yourself out,
right.
leaning on a tree, talking to a tree,
Yeah.
talking to the birds, wherever you are, getting out to something. And even if you can't, let's say you can't go outside, but you can see some animals, like
Right.
interact with
And
them.
even like, oh gosh, who was it? Archangel Jules, that channel I did with her, put on a YouTube video of waves and just imagine yourself at the beach.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
what
It
she
pulls
said.
that energy right in.
Right. Yeah. It
Yeah.
was,
Yeah, I know, and yeah,
oh, excuse me.
I was thinking, that brought back to me, like, I remember watching somebody's channel, in the class, and there were, like, these bird sounds, and I was like, "You
Yeah.
must have a ton of birds," and she's like, "Oh, no, that's bird TV for the cat or cat TV or whatever." Like,
Right.
she had the birds on for the cats, and I
Yeah.
was like, it was so beautiful. I mean, what a
Yeah.
way to really connect into that kind of energy,
Right.
It was really cool.
Yeah.
So anyway, I hope this was helpful in some way,
I hope so. Excuse
If
me.
we left open-ended pieces since we were kind of disorganized about this and you
Yeah.
have questions, just, now or later in replay, just leave us a message and,
Yes.
we'll be happy to clarify something or channel something for you guys or, you
Absolutely.
know, what have you. And we appreciate, anyone and everyone being here, whether you're here live
Absolutely.
or here on
Right.
replay.
Thank y'all so
Yeah,
much.
we
Sorry
appreciate
for
you.
taking you on it.
Joelle is clearing, and she's going to be clearing
for a
from what
while.
I hear for a while. So if she needs help, hopefully
Yeah.
she'll holler.
And next week, we're going to
Mm.
try to get a pre-recorded video of a clearing and bringing in stuff for the holidays.
Yeah, we did talk about
Yeah.
that today. So next week, pre-recorded. I think it'll just be easier because Joelle's got a lot to do on the holiday itself. So, we were thinking, clearing
Yeah.
from the holiday and the holiday stress, and
Right.
then grounding into coming into the new year soon, and kind of back into life, and then into what do we want, for the new year kind of thing.
Yeah.
So that's what we're expecting to do. So at some point we will get together and do that
Right.
for the holiday.
Well,
But I
thank
hope
you all
everybody
for
has
being here.
holidays that are full of love and not too stressful,
Right. Absolutely.
for sure. And we will,
Call in your team to help if you need it.
yeah, yeah,
So,
yeah, for sure.
right.
And take bubbles of light with you.
Absolutely.
If you have to go to a stressful household, or you have inner child healing happening and you're having to deal with family, just get up a nice golden bubble of light and fill it
Right.
with source energy, and
Right.
it'll help you.
Yeah.
You can always get a clearing from someone after if you need it.
Right.
Sure. All right. Thank you so much.
Thank y'all.
Great holidays, guys.